look, I think that in this industry, me and you are disliked partially for the same reason, and that is that it's generally, normal for people to lie to you in this industry. Let's do something. Oh, yeah. Call me tomorrow. We're going to get up. Oh, let's put this together. Yeah. Call my business manager. We want to hook it all up. Mm-hmm. Without any intention whatsoever of ever doing that shit. And then when you go and hold that person accountable for what they did, then you're the bad guy. And I think you and I have always kind of done that to a certain degree.
Because we come at things from an integrity standpoint.
I'm fine with telling people no.
But here's the thing, though. Where I went wrong at is that I try to beat niggas by outreeling them. Meaning I try to beat them with principle and integrity, right? With having morals. And I'm trying to make sense out of things that don't make sense, right? So this time that we living in, the era that we living in, ain't nobody standing on principle. Ain't nobody standing on morals. You understand? Nobody's standing on truth. People will say anything for views. People will do anything for views. Mm-hmm. So I'm not gonna win that game by trying to hold on to my integrity and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I gotta hold on to it for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna beat them at it.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I'm like, if you beefing with a dude and he done despicable things but the world still accepts it, what you gonna do?
Right, listen, I'm not gonna talk about your kids. I'm not gonna talk about your mom. Mm-hmm. I am not going to show up at your house. I'm not gonna go to the graveyard and find out where your parents are buried. Like, there's a lot of shit that I don't do as a 52-year-old that a 22-year-old will do to get viral. And that's okay. That's okay. That doesn't mean that I need to adapt to that. I'm cool. VladTV is VladTV. We've established where we are. Maino has been Maino for a long time.
That's right.
You don't have to adapt.
Right.
You have a fan base.
But we do have to adapt to the time because, like I was telling my brother yesterday, I was just telling him, like, where we at with this internet and this YouTube, where dudes are saying outlandish things about people, not true, make-believe, made up, or just things that's been passed around just for clickbait. It was a time when that really surprised us. And we was up in arms about it. Yo, niggas talking crazy. Now, we kind of had to adapt to it because that's kind of like the lay of the land now. Mm-hmm. It's the area of YouTube where that's just what they do. And they say it's content.
Right.
So and that's why I said adapting. So I had to kind of adapt to it so that it's not surprising, right? So I may wake up tomorrow and it might have a story on me, just like I seen one this morning about this guy, but some guy.
What did it say?
Nah, I wouldn't even give this dude
Okay.
the time and energy. Like he don't know me, right? He got his view of what he think is going on and his perspective, and he's just giving his opinion. And I think it's disrespectful, but for him it's content.
Well, what do you think about the whole fuck the streets thing? 21 Savage and Young Thug were the
I'm not sure what it is. I don't want to. I'm not sure what they actually meant by it. I got an idea of what I think that they mean, right? For me, I know I always was like, niggas that actually really been in the streets never wanted to be in the streets forever, right? So is it that? I can understand that. And what is the perspective? Is the perspective from a person that already is out of the streets saying fuck the streets? So I don't really know, and I can't really judge it.
He tried to clarify. He said, when I say fuck the streets, I'm talking about the part that gave me trauma and made me can't sleep at night. If you ain't tired of that part, you ain't been through it.
Say that again?
When I say fuck the streets, I'm talking about the part that gave me trauma and made me can't sleep at night. If you ain't tired of that part, you ain't been through it.
I understand that. That's a personal journey for anybody that actually really been involved and been through some trauma in the streets. I understand that. They've been through extreme violence. Yeah, I can relate to being tired of that. I talked about that earlier, man. I come from wartime. I come from being involved in in things, right? So now it's like I want peace. I want to live.
Yeah, look, obviously saying a blanket statement like that, you're gonna get both sides of it. People
Right,
like Boosie are coming in saying, well, you can't say fuck the streets when you got to where you are because of the streets, and then continue to make music about the streets.
Right.
Then you can't say fuck the streets.
Right.
That's his point, and I understand that point.
I see that, but I'm trying to understand what Savage was meaning. I think he had the idea and kind of is trying to basically saying like at some point we gotta kind of, you know, if we on this path of trying to step into our greatness, we gotta leave certain things alone. I get that. We gotta kind of like, you know, evolve a little bit, right? I think that may be what we talking about. But you know, the person that's in the street right now that don't really have too many other options, it may be hard for him to say anything.
Yeah. Listen, it's a provocative statement. People are gonna take both sides of it.
Right.
I went on Twitter and I said, fuck the sidewalks. You know, people had something to say about that too. It is what it is.